Okay, I have to know your guys' thoughts about this. Is it crazy to almost like feel like this Raw after Mania was like meh? Like, I'm gonna try to explain. Overall, bro, like, if we take this show and compare it to Raw after Manias for like the past like fucking 10 years, like, this was like the best one, you know? But like, I think everyone, including me, just has like a certain stigma around the Raw after Mania. Like, we're expecting like a show of just up and down surprises, crazy, crazy fans, you know? But like, I don't know. After the hour segment with like Rhodes, Rock, Triple H, all that stuff, I kind of felt like the show and like the fans. I'm not sure if it was the fans, but they reacted to other stuff on the show. But I felt like in the middle they were kind of just coasting. So like, I'll say like that Cody Rhodes segment. So like the part where like Triple H came out, whatever, talking, that's fine. And then them playing like the package for Cody, they probably could have went without that. You know, there was some things in there that were like time that they could have taken away, but I mean the show did a big rating, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up, not say anything. But this is my opinion. I'm not saying my opinion is the opinion. This is my opinion. That's why I'm recording on my channel. Okay, so that Rock segment though, with Rock and Cody, like, it's like part of me thinking, man, the Rock's going too long, bro. Just get your point across. Doesn't matter if they're booing you. Talk over them. But like, that whole segment, Rock was fucking awesome. Sweared like a motherfucker, throwing F-bombs to the fans. You know, oh yeah, you guys shut the fuck up, you know, all that shit. Like, that shit was awesome. And they planted the seeds for a Cody Rock match. Down the line, can't complain. No one could complain. Everyone loved that. Like, they booed The Rock. They're like booing The Rock. He was getting the Dom treatment, but like, he handled it well. He handled it very well. The Rock is so fucking, like, sometimes like I'm not even gonna say he's underappreciated because he's not. I'm pretty sure it's just like a me thing. I don't know, but like, dude, he's him. He's fucking him. Like, The Rock is fucking him. Like, he's masterful how he is with the audience, like, absolutely masterful, and his aura alone just like carries him, and he just goes off of that. World class. Him and Cody in the ring. Cody didn't feel like a bitch. Cody didn't feel overshadowed. Cody didn't feel like he was like the lesser man. It felt like two fucking Giga Chads, you know, two Giga Chads. Just fucking, it was awesome. But like, there were NXT surprises, so like, I was complaining about, like, I wasn't complaining about their like not being. I was like complaining because I felt like it needed to be more of like a roller coaster show. I kind of feel like the stigma about Raw after Mania is like surprises, crazy fans. You never know what's gonna happen, who's gonna show up, all this crazy shit. It was just like Ilya Dragunov showing off, so that was like a good start. So it's like, oh, okay, shit. NXT champion showing up. Let's see where it goes from here. He has a good quick match with Nakamura, and then like, and like, also the thing I hate about like after pay-per-views is like when champions win, like there has to be like champion segments where they fucking come out and like celebrate and talk. I know it's like almost like a mandatory thing, but I kind of feel like sometimes it just like takes up time, you know. But the Judgment segment was good. I hated how it went from like Priest, like, you know, celebrating a championship to like R-Truth, but like that segment ended up being good because the fans got to see John Cena, surprise John Cena in the middle of the match. So that was good. R-Truth finally finished his story. Got to team with John Cena. So, whatever. I mean, it was nice. If the fans are happy, I'm happy. That's honestly how it is whenever I watch. Obviously, like, there's going to be things I like that they don't like and things that I don't like that they like. But, like, when you're watching a TV show and you see, like, the fans into it, that's why the Raw after Mania got such a stigma, because the fans were crazy. So it's, like, nice to watch, you know? When you see fans crazy, like, the fans were hot for that whole Rock and Cody segment. Like, that's like Raw after Mania fans. But then after that, it was like kind of like, you know, a bit. But like, it had its peaks and valleys. Roxanne Perez beat Indy Hartwell. I hate how like Roxanne debuts on the main roster. I mean, I think she had a match on SmackDown a long time ago. Hey, how she debuted. And I know we used to complain about in the past when like superstars on NXT would be like a heel, then they come on the roster babyface, like Braun Breaker, badass Braun Breaker on NXT. He was coming up on SmackDown, just cheesing, smiling. I'm like, bro, be the badass you were. With Roxanne Perez, it should have been the exact opposite. Apparently, she's like a heel now on NXT, because she's been getting screwed out of her title, whatever. And then she comes on Raw, angry face, pouting, up on the ropes, holding her title, pouting. I'm like, bro, we needed the bubbly Roxanne. Like, Raw after Mania, a lot of eyeballs. You know, you can attract a lot of like fucking girl fans. You know, like a lot of like those little girls. Like, see like another little girl who's like fucking champion. Like, you know, that's that connection. You literally come out all angry and shit. It's kind of like, but, and also the transition to that match. Everyone's been like talking about it, you know, backstage. Rhea Ripley was back there. Her and Dom were talking that Dom was going off to a trainer's room or whatever. Liv Morgan throws a fucking chair at Rhea's head, attacks her, whatever. And like, of course, when like the heel attacks the babyface, nobody intervenes. But when the babyface attacks the heel, fucking officials from every fucking corner of the back room are there instantly. So then like they stop that. Fucking Dominic comes back. He's holding Rhea. The camera's up close. Dominic looks at the camera and like uses his hand, turns it away. He's like, hey man, get out of here. Camera like turns to the hallway, walks down the hallway, walks through the crowd, right to the ring, to side of the ring where Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae are posing. Awesome, bro. Those continuous camera shots are like chef's kiss production. Fucking awesome. So that happened. Whatever. Not gonna go with the Judgment Day shit. Chad Gable, Sami Zayn had an awesome tag match with Imperium. I kind of feel like Chad Gable's going heel, bro. Like the way he's like staring at Sammy, the way he's looking when the camera's on him and no one's around, bro. Looks like he's about to like lose in Montreal, and then he's gonna go heel, and they're probably gonna have another match at the pay-per-view. I think that would probably be my guess. Chad Gable, Sami Zayn 3 at the pay-per-view. If Chad Gable won the title at the pay-per-view, I probably wouldn't complain, but that'd be a short fucking reign for Sammy. Like, damn. He literally just fucking beat Gunther, already losing to Chad Gable. I feel like Sami Zayn's got to go on a bit of a run. Jade Cargill squashed Chelsea Green, sure. I love Drew McIntyre's promo, like, before the main event. It's like, before you knew it, the main event was already there, and I'm like, this is a good show, but I kind of felt like it was lackluster. Like, there wasn't enough excitement. That's just my personal opinion. It was, like, a great show. Like, if we just look at, like, quality of Raws with, like, things making sense and everything, like, this was, like, a good show, but for a Raw after Mania show, I should say that. It's a good show, but for a Raw after Mania show, it was eh. It was eh. My personal opinion, I watched it and I was like, man, I could have like, I was so excited to watch this live, you know, I was like, oh my god, a bunch of shit's gonna happen. Like the first Raw after Mania with fuck Triple H in control. It was like a show. Like halfway through, I was satisfied with like the Cody segment, but then that second hour, everything that happened in the second hour was like so mid almost. I was kind of like, you know, I'm gonna go do some other stuff. Like usually I never watch Raw live. I always like will watch it after and just like skip through like things I don't want to see or like things that aren't important, but I watch all the important shit. But for this one, I was like, that second hour was kind of just like mid. I was expecting more like, oh my god, but there wasn't enough of that. And then like before I knew it, like it was already like halfway through the third hour. Drew McIntyre's already out. Like did like an awesome like angry guy promo like for his entrance. He's all angry, walks out, like the pyro and like the flames are going off. He's just all mad walking towards the ring. Fucking hilarious. He cuts an awesome promo. You could tell he's in tune with fucking social media because he said like the bondage Undertaker, you know, going off of the jokes everyone's making online, like the fucking bisexual Undertaker, you know, everyone making those jokes. So he's honed in on that. He actually fucking cut a great promo. I liked it. And then it's so funny because the fucking Fatal 4 match was like a banger. It was like, everyone knows me. Like Fatal 4 matches are my favorite matches. Literally my favorite matches. Especially when it's like a number one contender Fatal 4 way, like on Raw. Like my favorite type of match. And they did it here. But I was like, man, I almost expected some. I expected something more. I don't know why. Like, not from the match, but just like overall shows, expecting more like surprises. I wasn't expecting a bunch of like main roster debuts. I was expecting more like, oh, holy shit, this is happening. Oh my gosh, whatever. But it was a good show. That's the weird thing. It was such a good show. But like, I just felt like, eh. I just felt like, eh. That's literally the best way I could describe it. But this CM Punk Drew McIntyre rivalry was continuing because CM Punk cost Drew McIntyre the title. Ricochet. Oh my god, he's like who the fuck's he like? He's like the people in AEW. I remember there's an FTR match, and FTR was like always like that team who like complained, no flips, just fist, brother. Fucking good psychology, all that stuff, bro. I watched the ladder match with them in it. They could have climbed, got the titles, but instead he's like, I'm gonna do a fucking crazy spot on the outside. Okay, that's not how you win a ladder match. You win a ladder match by getting the title. All right. So for this one, granted he was the only one in the ring. He didn't really have anyone to pin, but like fucking Ricochet sees Bronson Reed on like the table on the outside. He's like, oh my god, I can fly. Fucking flies on him. Says I'm sorry to Samantha before like he does it. It was a nice spot though. I'm not complaining about it. If there's a person in the ring laying there for him to like do his finisher on, I would be annoyed at that point. But there's no one in the ring. It was really just him. So he dove, took himself out of the match. So I guess he didn't want the world title that bad, I guess. But then we have Drew in the ring, sizing Jey Uso up for a Claymore kick. And he hits the 3, 2, 1. He's about to run. All of a sudden, he's like, I can't move. CM Pizzle, Chick Magnet Punk, holding his leg. Drew McIntyre's like, no! He's like, wah! You got me. He turns around. Jey Uso, like, jumps up in the air, hits him with, like, a back kick. Hits him with, like, a mule kick in midair. He bounces off the turnbuckle, spears him, hits a splash, pins him. The show was rushing off air. Because I was like looking at the time. Ricochet's in the ring, looking out at Bronson Reed on the announce table. It's 3:50, and it's 8:58. So I'm on Mountain Time, by the way. It's 8:58. It's like 2 minutes before the show ends. I'm like, usually the show ends like right now. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like 2 minutes before the show goes off. I'm like, how's this match gonna end? What the fuck? Like, he's the only one in the ring, and then he dives outside Bronson Reed. I'm like, there's only like a minute and a half left. What the fuck's going on? And then next thing I know, they're all in the ring. They rush to the finish, and the show goes off air pretty fucking quick. But the CM Punk Drew McIntyre story is continuing. And in another video, right now, right after this one, we're going to go over people's potential contenders because I'm very interested to like brainstorm how this year's going to go. Even though I don't want to know, it's nice to be surprised, but it's nice to like, there's like so many matches that they're going to do and we're just all fucking wondering when, wondering people's contenders, who's Cody's first contender going to be. But overall at that Raw After Mania, it was a good show, but I felt like fucking didn't like surprise me enough. But like, why am I complaining? It was like a good show. Maybe the fans just needed to be more into it. Maybe if the fans were like into everything and just crazy, but I think like they fucking died down. I think all of it is fucking tired. Maybe, I don't know. Especially after that first segment, it's like they put all their energy into like that first hour, and we're kind of just like, eh. And then when John Cena came out, big pop. After that, it was kind of like, okay. It was like, we'll pop for shit. But that's Raw After Mania. Holy shit.